Good afternoon, everybody. It is Tuesday, July 18th, 2023 at 3 p.m. and I would like to call to order the monthly meeting of the Norwalk Board of Fire Commissioners. We have a quorum with Commissioner DeStrouge and Mayor Rilling. And first item on the agenda is acceptance of the minutes, the regular meeting of Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Motion has been moved by Commissioner DeStrouge. Are there any corrections, deletions, or omissions?
I have two. Go ahead, Chief.
First one is under staff, should be Deputy Chief Joseph Capola. They spelled his name wrong.
Yes, that was my correction too. Thank you.
Okay, Coppola. And then,
One L and one A, right?
yes,
Correct.
Okay.
But Deputy Chief, not Mr.
Deputy Chief.
Yeah.
And then on page 3, under Training Division Report, first paragraph should be 6 new firefighters instead of 8 new firefighters, because 6 graduated from the academy,
Right.
not 8. The other 2 are laterals.
Okay.
But again, my addition correction is instead of Mr., it should be Deputy Chief Capola.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Okay.
Yes, yep, that is. I'm sorry, I had to unmute. I'm good.
Okay. Any other corrections or deletions or omissions? Seeing none, all in favor of the minutes as corrected?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously. Next item, action items, there are none. Chief, the fire chief's report.
Okay, so as you know, we are finished with last year, but technically there is, it's not complete because we have,
We're getting a lot of background noise.
yeah, I don't know who's,
Oh, that must be me. Hold on.
Okay.
Whoop. I thought the headphones would take care of it. But
Okay.
better. So, the actual final yearly report will come out next month when we do the complete assessment of June, because the budget goes into the first 2 weeks of July, because that's based on the way the payroll is scheduled. So we're at 94.9%. We're predicting we're going to be like 96% maybe by the time we're all said and done, with the firefighter overtime and the salary accounts, which would still put us under budget for the year.
Mhm.
But all the real totals will come out next month, if that makes any sense.
Yep, I got it. So, yeah.
Okay, so you understand, Mayor. I
I
did
do.
want to just
Yes.
highlight the workers' compensation records between July of 21 through June of 22, and then July of 22 through June of 23. We actually, beginning July 1 of 22, we had 42 incidents versus 31 incidents the year before. But the cost of the injuries was less than $10,000, where the year before was over $28,000. Even though we had more incidents reported,
Mhm.
the dollar amount is less. And then just dropped on my desk 2 minutes ago, the lease for Station 3, 3rd Taxing District has raised their rent by 9.06%, which is $4,463 that we're going to have to ask for because we put in
Is that
for
every
what we
month, Chief?
thought.
Is
This
that
for
every
a
month?
year. This is
Oh.
the year.
Okay.
Now, God forbid if that was every month.
No,
But,
I think we can handle that.
Yes,
yeah, but, you know, they do this all the time and they don't tell you. And then you can't put in your budget because we don't know what the increase is going to be. And now we have to ask for more money, which,
I just have to spend less. That's all.
um,
And you've been very good at that.
yeah, well, we're trying, all of us.
you're doing good.
So, again, next month we'll have a really detailed report as to what we actually spent, but
Mhm.
you know, we're doing good. So that's it for the report.
Thank you. Next is
Oh,
Assistant Fire
I'm
Chief.
sorry, one other
Yep.
thing. Comparing, you know, when something is good, you try to you know, highlight it. So just taking our sick time from July of 21 to June 30th of 22, the total was 1,333 shifts. This year, from July 1, 22 to 6/30 of 23 was 1,248. So we've improved in that category a lot.
Good.
So that's a good trend. Let's hope it stays that way.
That's
And
great.
congratulations to all our firefighters for their diligence.
Same here.
Okay, Assistant Fire Chief of Administration, Assistant Chief McCabe.
Yes, actually.
Oh, no,
Chief
I'm
Conti-
sorry. Yeah, you're the,
I'm standing in for Chief Conti, who's on.
Okay, so,
vacation.
see, I knew
can go
that.
through his report and I can answer any questions you have.
Okay, thanks.
So the mobile data terminals, which are the laptops, the new laptops that are going to be going in the fire apparatus, which will give us information for the calls that we're responding on. Those are in the process of being installed by the mechanics division. The software for them is live. And the officer training on how to utilize the software and utilize the system is going to be beginning shortly. So that is soon to be up and running. The station alerting system upgrade. The company that's doing the new system alerting software is testing the software right now. And the monitors for the stations are being installed. So that's also something that should be online very soon. Station 3's apparatus floor, the RFP for the engineer has been submitted, and we are awaiting a finalized grant agreement with the 3rd taxing district to redo that apparatus floor. Station 5's bathroom renovation has been an ongoing project. That bid has been awarded to Majori Construction. And it's been placed on the Public Safety and General Government Subcommittee's agenda for the July 27th meeting. Under item D, our OSHA compliance is now at 100%.
Very good.
The last item there was the HAZCOM training, which all of our personnel have now been through. So we're at
Congratulations.
100% compliance.
Thank
Very
you.
good. Very well
Chief,
done.
Chief Conti and all the personnel here have worked hard to reach that goal. So we're happy to have that completed. I can
Okay,
take
now-
any questions?
I have none, but again, congratulations on the OSHA compliance. I know that can be very difficult, but I think you came through it with flying colors.
Right,
Same
thank
here.
you.
Thank you.
Under the
Assistant Fire
operations
Chief of
report.
Operations.
Yep, moving on. So we have myself and Chief Reardon have been working with the 1st and 2nd district water companies to standardize the hose thread on some remaining older hydrants in town that still require crews to use hose adapters.
Okay.
This is not something we've been doing for years, but as the hydrants get replaced through the systematic replacement that the water districts have, we realize we're down to just a few that still need those adapters. So we're talking to them about getting those either permanent adapters installed or having those hydrants replaced so that all the hydrants in the town will be standardized. So that project is underway. The design of the new rescue trucks being finalized, and we'll soon be meeting with the vendor. This rescue truck, which is in this year's capital budget, will be replacing our 1993 rescue, and it will allow our current in-service rescue to be placed in reserve status. Item C, The Fire Department Administration and Training Chief met with the safety coordinators at the Walk Bridge project a couple weeks ago. We discussed future training and also possible response scenarios, as that's going to be a long-term project, and we want to be familiar with the work that they're going to be doing down there and what they might need from us in the event of an emergency. Also, due to the size and the scope of that project, we've invited Stamford Fire Department personnel to also come on site in the future and to be training with our crews. So our training director might have more on that in his report. Item D, which is our next firefighter recruit exam, we're actually going to cover under old business. So I will move on from there, and I can take any questions before we move on to calls for June.
None.
Okay.
No questions. Thank you.
So for the month of June 2023, we were at 714 incidents, averaging 24 per day. We had 15 fires, including 3 building fires, 44 rescues, 33 of those were motor vehicle accidents. We also had 2 motor vehicle extrications and 5 elevator rescues under that category. We responded to 433 medical calls, 19 hazardous conditions, 21 service calls. We went to 111 fire alarms and 71 good intent. So from January 1st to June 30th, this year we are at 4,254 total incidents, and we are at 6,703 unit responses. And as you can see in the far right column, that's up from last year, up from 2022. And that concludes the calls report. Any questions?
Nope.
No questions here. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay. Now we have the fire marshal's report.
Okay, Fire Marshal Sawyer and the Deputy Fire Marshal McDonald are both in class today. So I'll read what McDonald had put together as far as his report goes. So looking at the month of June for inspections, there were 143. 23 notifications were sent out. There were 5 pub education events. There were 30 plan reviews, 15 liquor license permits, investigations, fire, there were 4. Code issues or hazards, there were 1 for a total of 221. The revenues for plan review were $1,250. And liquor license was $975 for a total of $2,225. And if you compare that with last year's report of the same time, we've increased our number of inspections, decreased the number of notifications, which is a good thing. We increased our public education, the plan review, everything went up accordingly, and the revenue went up from 18,950 to 22,160. So that's their report.
That's great. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. DeLuca, we have emergency management.
Great, thank you. For the most part, again, with summer here, just doing some ongoing messaging with Michelle, some of the other partners on summer safety. We'll transition that at some point to hurricane safety. We do have the summer safety spotlight on the city's website. So again, really now it's a little quiet. So it's just doing the ongoing messaging, keeping an eye on all the severe weather that's coming through. Obviously, we have the operations group for updates, but I think again, we're kind of in this pattern of some smoky weather and then the heat and humidity, and hopefully that will break tonight a little bit. And then we'll kind of go from there, but pretty quiet.
Okay. Thank you. Any
Quiet is
questions,
good.
Commissioner?
No questions. Thank you.
Okay. Now we have the training report, Assistant or Deputy Chief Capola.
Chief Capola is having some issues with his computer, so I'm just gonna let him give his report
Oh,
from my
okay.
screen here.
Good afternoon, Mayor.
Good afternoon.
So
Afternoon.
currently very busy in the office. We are ongoing stuff. We have current wellness coordinator injury prevention program. We're at approximately 65% participation in the department. And the numbers actually might be higher than that. I have to talk to Sarah and get a better number for that. Our new firefighter orientation is continuing. And with all the company officers for our new members to get acclimated with what they're supposed to be doing. We did complete the HAZCOM training for all members over the course of 4 days, 2 classes per day for the entire city, including the mechanics division. The tiller operator, tractor operator training is continuing, ongoing, and currently, actually, if I can move it from upcoming to actual current, the heavy vehicle lifting and stabilizing class is currently going on right now, actually, over the past few days. That's completed. We've completed the Cranberry School ventilation practical evolutions. I included some photos from the roof when we were up there doing some ventilation and cutting. Very well received by all the members. We did some aerial placement evolutions with our ladder truck, where I also included some photos to show when the operators are just getting more used to the controls. That's a good hot weather drill because it doesn't really make people, wear a lot of gear and stuff like that. Marine Unit 238 has been doing man overboard training. They completed that. And they also completed, I didn't have it in here, but they did it the other day. They actually deployed the portable boat, the inflatable boat. Aerial master stream drills were completed with the engine companies basically feeding water to the aerial devices. And we completed CPR refreshers for the members who needed it, who expire within the year of 2023. Upcoming and scheduled, I have rural gas propane truck demonstration taking place actually tomorrow and Thursday. That is free training provided by Rural Gas. That's a company out of Trumbull, Connecticut, that they provide free training to fire departments if they ask for it. Eversource natural gas training with representatives from Eversource is coming up soon. That's scheduled. Obviously, point number 3, the heavy vehicle stabilizing class, that's both scheduled and current. We have electric bus training delivered by Connecticut Transit. They're going to bring a bus to our apparatus maintenance shop, and we're going to get a good, every member in the department is going to get a good look at the battery technology for buses that are on the roads in the city. Safe driving practices for first responders is also planned and scheduled. We have a command board training with representatives from the New York City Fire Department Field Communications Division. They're going to come and give us a class on how to better and more effectively use our command boards for large incidents. The cancer prevention wellness coordinator, Sarah Becker, is going to be here to deliver she called it cancer prevention. I didn't really get an idea of what she's exactly going to talk about, but that is scheduled for August. We have 3 point 8, 9, and 10 are 3 classes that are scheduled. We're host departments for building instruction for first responders. That's a 2-day class that's being held here at the firehouse in the EOC. We're going to be doing engine company operations. That's also a 2-day host class that we're going to be running, and we have members enrolled in that. And Fire Instructor 1 is a multiple day host, again, a host class, and we filled the host seats that are free seats with our own members. And I had a lot of emails from members asking to how to enroll, even if they weren't a host seat class. So that's my report. Any questions?
Well, between you and the police department, we could have saved money on demolition with Cranberry School. We could.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The members got a lot of. We were actually there on a day they were there doing some training, and it was pretty interesting to see them what they were doing. So we were on the roof. They weren't underneath us though. They were another part of the school. Still very interesting. So.
Well, I'm privileged, I guess, to sit on the police commission as well as the fire commission. And I'm always very impressed with all the training that goes on with our first responders. And I wonder if most people in the community totally understand all the rigorous training, all the timely training, the relevant training that our first responders are doing, because it's what you're doing here is just really amazing. The same with the police department. They are also training their officers, and the training again is very timely, very up to date, and relevant. So good job,
Thank you, I
Commissioner
appreciate
Destruge.
that.
Thank you. I believe that training is the best way to ensure safety and the protection of our city and its personnel. So thank you for all that you're
Yeah,
doing.
and it's very, I gotta tell you, on a side note, it's very well received by the members. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback about a lot of things we're doing, which is always nice to hear.
Mhm.
Yep.
Thank you for
Very
saying that. I
good.
appreciate it.
So next is old business discussion on the new entry-level exam.
Okay, so last year, you authorized us to put money in the operating budget for a new entry-level exam. Here we are, July, and we have started the RFP process to go out and get some vendors and prices on the exam. So where we are now is it just got posted. And I believe it's at least 2 weeks but before it ends, and then we'll look at the submissions. We were very happy with Morris McDaniel
Yeah, I was gonna say.
and their results. So Chief McCabe called them this morning just to make sure they were aware of it, and they were, and they're planning on putting a bid together, which is what we want to hear. Our timeline originally, we thought we could get an exam in by September or the end of September and give us time for background checks for the February class, the academy class. Purchasing will not let us use Morris McDaniel as a single source. So now we have to go and wait, a month to get through the whole bidding process and then go through the committees. So we're probably looking to push that exam off either very, very late fall or winter. And we decided that's probably the best thing to do, and it will also increase our recruitment drive, the time that, we're going to devote to recruitment. We could open that up longer, and hopefully we'll get more people to respond to the invitation to take the test. So that's where we are now. Just wanted to make you aware that we're going through the process.
So you put out an RFP, a request for proposal.
Yes,
So you don't have to take necessarily the lowest bidder. You can take the group that most meets the needs of what you're looking to accomplish, as long as you
Right.
can justify it.
right. And
Mhm.
Mayor, you're on the committee as well to read the bids when they come in. Or to
Okay.
select it.
Very good.
And that'll be, I think, I don't have it in front of me now, but I think it's like the first or second week of August.
Make it the
Chief-
second week. I'm going the first week.
When does the current list expire?
Yes, Commissioner, the current list is still active and will remain active until such time as the new test is given and the new list is
Okay.
accepted. And
Good.
the chief and I were talking earlier today, and in light of the test being moved out a little further, which I agree is the positive end of that is it gives us more time to recruit.
Mhm.
But the downside is that, we are currently running at 10 vacancies. And, in the next year, who knows how many more people may retire. It may add a couple to that number.
Right.
So there is the possibility of going back to the current list and looking to interview some more personnel, or even possibly if there are some more laterals on there, we would have to take a look at it. But, the current list has been very good. It's turned out
Mhm.
very good recruit firefighters. So if everyone's in agreement, I don't see the reason not to go back and investigate that lift a little further to maybe
Right.
just take a couple firefighters in the meantime.
I agree.
That's, yeah, I agree also. It's that's the most important thing is to try to get the best and keep you up to full strength or as close to
Mhm.
full strength as we can.
Okay, great. So that we will start looking at that in the meantime as we prepare for the new test, and we'll keep you apprised.
Good. Okay. Okay. Chief, we got no new business. We have correspondence. Would you
Yep,
tell
so
us
just
about
have
that?
this one email that was sent by a woman named Susie Christoph. Apparently she's a very happy grandmother because she likes to take her son around the firehouse and he loves the trucks and etc. This one particular day, one of our guys walked over and asked him if he wanted to come inside. He came inside, they gave him a hat and a tour, and then they let him actually work some of the controls on the ladder truck, and I guess he was smiling all day long. And then they're getting ice cream at Frosty's, and I actually must have had a call, and we went by there, and they were waving to them as we drove by. So she was very, very grateful that we did that, and she's again very appreciative of us. So little
This is the kind of
goodwill.
incident. This is the kind of incident that builds positive relations, and you know, it's really glad to see that they took time to show a little kid or a boy what firefighting's all about. I wouldn't be
Mhm.
surprised if someday this kid's on the fire department.
Yeah,
You
you never
know,
know.
that's
all
exactly
fits.
what happens. They get excited, you know,
Mhm.
Yeah, really.
Commissioner.
I agree. I agree. Thank you for, well, thanks to the gentleman at the fire,
Mhm.
fire personnel that took that initiative and was able to see that that need and that curiosity and do something very positive with it.
And I bet he tells every kid in school when he goes back.
Yeah. Right.
So you're probably going to have a lot of visitors.
We do. We get a lot of calls for, can you do a birthday party?
All right.
Sorry. That we can't do.
We
So
did you used to give it as a silent auction prize at one
You-
point?
we used to do a tour of the firehouse. But you know, they can come anytime and
Yeah.
we would never turn anybody away. But we can't do the formal, 20 kids in a firehouse, birthday party, because if we got to go out on a call, there's nobody here to supervise.
Right. They'll be
And-
sliding down that pole all day long.
Yeah, probably you're right. So
Okay.
what we do now instead is we give them a ride. We give them a ride to school in a fire truck,
Uh-huh.
providing they live in Norwalk and they go
Yeah.
to school in Norwalk. But that's been a big hit too.
Oh, yeah, of course. So I believe that's all that's on the agenda. So
Yes, the other one was
motion-
canceled.
yep, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, it is 3:29 and we are officially adjourned. Thank you, gentlemen. I'll see you next month, if not before.
Yes.
All right, thank
All
you
right.
very
Have a
much.
good one. Thank you.
Have a Good
Thank
night.
you.
Yeah.